Hello, I'm not SydniaA. Welcome to the community. Today we're making jollof rice. Yes, you need to, in a medium bowl, rinse and cover 2 to 3 cups of basmati rice with water and set it aside. I do that, but I just add my rice to the pot. You can do that as well. That's how my husband prefers it. In this pot, I've added garlic, ginger, tomatoes, salt, pepper, and seasonings, and marinated this chicken, and I'm frying it to add with the Ghanaian rice, the Ghanaian jollof rice on the side as a side dish. But you can just have chicken inside your rice or any other seafood and make a full meal out of that as well. Heat a heavy bottom pot over medium heat. Add a half cup of vegetable oil. That's what you need to do as well before you get started after you fry your chicken, if you're gonna have fried chicken. You're also gonna blend onions, garlic, ginger, Scotch bonnet peppers, half teaspoon of salt with a 1/4 cup of water as well. You're gonna add that mixture to your oil and fry until the onions are translucent. You can see me, this is hard work. Me and hot grease. Woo, Lord. Here's some ASMR. It's done now, huh? It's done? It's already cooked. Mr. Ashitei also likes to add fresh veggies, tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, carrots, and he loves jalapenos. That's a new thing. You also want to blend your Ramona tomatoes, smoked paprika, chili powder, and that bouillon cube with a 1/4 cup of water, and you're gonna add that to that onion you had simmering. You're gonna mix it and simmer on medium heat for about 10 minutes. Then you're gonna add that mackerel and tomato sauce, bay leaves, tomato paste, and garlic powder. You see this? Looks delicious, doesn't it? Here's the brand of tomato paste I use coming up. So here we go. Let's put that tomato paste in. We're also gonna add onion powder, the cumin, the curry powder, the thyme, and salt to this stew that we're gonna now have a stew after we do all this. We usually add kosher salt because it's not as salty. See, he's like, we're frying that tomato paste in that vegetable oil. It's getting some of the bitterness out. See, it's got onions in there. The onions are translucent. We're starting to add the vegetables as well as the blend that we made. After all of that, you're gonna bring the mixture to a boil over medium-high heat. You're gonna reduce to medium-low and simmer after you're done with this whole process. That's what he's doing now. And you're gonna let it simmer for an hour. But you're gonna open the pot and stir it every 10 minutes. He's added some more seasoning. That's seasonal he's adding, some extra seasonal because he likes lots of seasoning. You're gonna stir it as kosher salt or Himalayan salt. You're gonna stir every 10 minutes to make sure it doesn't burn. That's that garlic mixture. That's the rest of it. See, it's translucent. He's adding it in now. You see the onions are translucent. Now he's frying it again over the medium heat for about 5 minutes. And then you're gonna add about 1.5 cups of water to the pot. We don't have to do that because we're going to add the rice and the water for the rice. So that's why we could skip that part. Then you're going to make sure after you add the rice that you bring all the ingredients in the pot to a boil. See, it's checking them out. You don't want it to stick to the sides. It's trying to make sure everything's tender. And just, it's slow. This dish takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then he's going to put about half of the vegetables into the pot, or most of them. And then he's going to save the rest for the end. You're going to keep stirring. You do lots of stirring when you cook African dishes. Then we're going to add the basmati rice. So I like to put about 2 to 3 cups of rice, like it says in the ingredients. And then I rinse it 3 times, like it rinsed 3 times or so. I even have the strainer so you don't lose any of your rice kernels. You see me there. Strainer's in my left hand because it's going to get off that extra starch. And then your rice is going to be delicious and fluffy. That's what you want. Extra delicious fluffy rice. And again, I don't have to add the water because I am adding it with the rice. But if you don't add it with the rice, before this final time, you need to add about 1.5 cups of water to your pot. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to put the rice in. See, I'm measuring my water for my rice, so I don't need to put the extra water in. It's coming for the rice. So don't do both. You're going to have too much water in your jollof rice. So I'm going to put everything in the pot, give it a good stir, and then I'm going to bring it to a little boil and then reduce the heat to low. See, stirring it. You're going to reduce the heat to low. You're going to cover it with a paper towel and then put the lid on your pot for the condensation. And it's going to help it to cook better, the rice as well. And you're going to cook it covered for 10 minutes, then stir. Then put the pot and the towel and the lid back on your pot. You can put a new paper towel or a towel. And cook it for another 10 minutes. Repeat this until everything is tender and cooked. Make sure it doesn't boil. Now he's putting in those bell peppers to get tender so you have some color on your rice. Turn off everything when it's done and let it stand for about 10 minutes to allow the steam to finish cooking the rice. Adjust your seasonings to your liking. And here you go. See those beautiful onions? And this is jollof rice. Look at that.